From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. First carry here for Ken Walker. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. Mahomes going to throw. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
Over the middle, hooks up with the tight end Bowers. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up first and goal. They'll run with Hall. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Second and goal from the 1. They'll look to run with Hall. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Breece Hall. That's his 18th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. To throw, it's Mahomes. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards. Walker now on first and 10. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Now here's Mahomes. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Following the interception, Mayfield. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he gets this up just shy of the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That's caught at the 25. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Dante Thornton with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the third most in a single year. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? That the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
First down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Back to Walker on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that. Right there, they get a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those, but third down coming up. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 36.
First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 57 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Mahomes now to throw. Throw out wide to Walker. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From the 20, here's the 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Chiefs are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
That's good for 28 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is. to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
To throw, Mayfield. And it's caught at the 10-yard line. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Last play, they went over 20 yards. This time, they top 30.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. Mayfield firing quickly. It's complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Raiders have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And it's now 21-0.
Chiefs nothing.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks. That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
Now Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you meant to the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, let me look at the defense. They came in prepared, had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn. So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Let's give a little credit to the defense on that one. They resisted quite well. That pass fell incomplete. But this ball game for him, that's just a momentary speed bump. He's played awfully well throwing the football.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Mayfield. This is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. Now he's going to step up and run. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Dante Thornton with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders are able to add on to their first half lead. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
First down. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Buy down these two. Let's go on.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 73 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Kenneth Walker, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The Raiders take over first and 10. At their own 35-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Give them a couple on the scramble. It's second down. Well, these two teams met in Vegas earlier in the season with the Raiders winning that ball game. So if they can win again here in KC, they would pull off the season sweep. This a 2nd and 8. Mayfield to throw it. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Mayfield's pass intercepted.
Now Patrick going to change the play.
At the 43-yard line.
Yellow.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Catch made right side by Wilson. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 and the 15. 28 yards the game there on the catch and run.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the touchdown.
And Xavier Worthy with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that cuts the lead to 28-14.
Chiefs 14. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more? It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time.
And this will be caught at the 30. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
It's a gain of 35. First down, Las Vegas.
180!
Mayfield down. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Dante Thornton on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Raiders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Gay is on for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Gay set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Raiders pick it up. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been in a lot of practices. It's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling. Maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
33. Point it right, point it right, point it right. Pistol. Scott.
Throwing. Mayfield. Working downfield. He's got Thornton. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
First down. A gain of 22 yards. First down, Raiders.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Mayfield looks to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
180.
Pass right side, caught by Thornton. And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
And maybe a wrench thrown in the operation there. The snap wasn't great, and this kick is pulled. It's no good. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball. An anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Looking to put a drive together.
Hey,
Here's Mayfield. On the out route, he's got Thornton. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run, and that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Ball again. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Stop.
On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Gain on for the field goal. A 47-yard attempt.
And Gay knocks this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
At their own 35-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Here's Walker to start the drive. And space tough to come by there. So get maybe a yard to the 37.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Hey, 57, 57. Yellow, yellow.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't